up, everybody? It's your boy Curt. We're back with another episode with due to popular demand. I got my sons, man. People responded like they actually like these people. Like, it's weird. This is my first time, doing something, and they was my first guest because these my first kids. But people responded and they like to have them on the show, so we got them back, man. I got my oldest Caylan, I got my youngest Terry. Say what up? So today we're gonna talk about a little different topic than we talked about before. Not so heavy. This should be a little bit easier. I'm interested to hear y'all opinion. So the whole LeBron and Michael Jordan debate, MJ debate. Mm-hmm. So, some people think LeBron is the greatest of all time or the greatest all-around basketball player, and you got people that believe Michael Jordan was the best, greatest of all time. I'm interested to know you all's opinion because I got to see Mike and I got to see LeBron. Y'all didn't get to see Mike. You just got to see Bron. So what's y'all thoughts?
You want to go first? All right. So, personally, I feel like I watched the last the Michael Jordan documentary.
Talking about The Last Dance?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, but yeah. I watched that. That's really what I'm basing this off of when I see that. But with that being said, I'm just keep it simple. I think LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. And yes, I'm saying that here on record. LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. Michael Jordan, I promise you, he did not have as much competition as LeBron does. And that's facts.
No.
Like Steph,
Michael Jordan has he's never dealt with Steph Curry.
No,
man.
you're not.
He's not. Steph Curry is a
Steph is gonna take him to his limits. Cause who's gonna guard Steph on that Michael Jordan team? And you're not gonna tell me a big 6'6" Scottie Pippen. He just gonna torch him like how you know everybody else. So, what you wanna? I mean,
I gotta take off my hat. Clearly, both of my kids are on drugs.
2017 Warriors will beat the Prime Bulls in the finals game.
Hey, that's a 7-game series.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know it's a 7-game series.
Hold on.
They haven't ever had to guard anyone.
Now, I think like Kevin Durant, he said the 2007
scheme.
Hold on. Y'all out y'all fucking mind. Yeah, relax. With all of these proclamations, relax. Okay, Okay, you spoke. You said you seen The Last Dance.
No, I have.
Right, you said you seen The Last Dance, and you think LeBron is the greatest. We wasn't even talking about Steph.
Yeah, but he got brought up just because of the competition.
Right, you made the statement that the Bulls,
yes,
did not have the same competition as LeBron had.
Facts.
That's been proven to not be true.
I got a question. Like,
press pause. I just want to make sure you know that. According to actual data, the Bulls teams that they competed against had a better winning percentage than anybody LeBron went against. That's a fact. You can Google that. You can look that up. I just want to let you know that that's not true. I know you believe that.
We could statistically break this down,
but
I'm seeing it with my two eyes.
You're taking out variables. You're taking out variables and trying to put numbers. You're taking out variables. This is from the time you're stating that statistically all of Jordan's teams had a higher winning percentage than the LeBron who he was facing at the time, the competition.
What it makes going back.
And there's a skill gap between that time.
No. This is what I'm saying. The teams that Michael played in the playoffs
had
a better winning percentage than the teams LeBron played in the playoffs. That's apples to apples. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Everybody want to break it. That's
no. Fact. He brought that up.
No,
it ain't fact. It's
statistically correct. Okay.
Right. You brought it up. You said that wasn't true. I'm just letting you know.
Is basketball from back then not different today?
That's what I'm saying. It's two different games.
Okay. So you think the people playing today are better than the guys that played back then?
For sure.
Yes.
100%.
Game has evolved. Okay. And do you believe in evolution?
I do believe in evolution. It has evolved. It has, but that doesn't necessarily equate to better.
It actually does.
No. So, point taken. Let's hear me out. Do you know who Patrick Ewing is?
Yeah, he played for the Knicks.
Okay. You know who Joel Embiid is, right?
Yes.
Patrick Ewing will kill Joel Embiid. Period. Now let's say you argue that and say that that's not true.
Would he do it to Anthony Davis?
Yes, he's that big, bro. He's that big. AD will tell you that. AD could get buckets on Patrick, but there's nothing AD will be able to do to stop Patrick from getting a rebound or offensively on the other end.
So what's his athleticism like? So you think he can?
I don't like Patrick because he ain't
okay, and I figured you might say that. You don't like Patrick. Because this is the same era, because we just said the people today are better than the people back then. Akeem Olajuwon would destroy Joel Embiid. It would not even be close. It would be worse than Patrick Ewing.
I don't know.
It would not be close.
Akeem duck Shaq?
Shaq said that's the first part. That's who busted his ass. Like,
yeah.
He said that was Akeem. He said Akeem busted his ass.
Yeah.
Blow him out. I'm just saying.
But an Akeem Olajuwon couldn't guard Bol.
Huh?
Nah, the game is different.
It's different. He was scoring.
That's a different look. Hakeem Olajuwon has never seen something like
Bobo.
A 7-foot
dribbler. And he can shoot threes.
And he can get in. He has a Giannis package. He really does.
I don't believe in him. That man's too skinny, bro. He needs to get like Giannis and get big.
Here's the problem with that approach to the different eras of basketball. And we're just talking about basketball players. I'm going to try to keep it away from eras because I don't want to make it about that. If you're tall and you're shooting threes and you're playing against a big who don't play like that, you may hit a few threes, you may not. It's not a high percentage shot. Am I telling the truth?
Yeah.
That's not a high percentage shot.
It depends on the shooter.
Steph Curry and Dame and Clay, it may be a high percentage shot.
Kevin Durant.
But maybe.
Facts.
Bobo.
He can shoot, but not
Is it a high percentage shot?
Higher percentage.
Because you play basketball, we don't. Is that a high percentage shot for Bobo?
No.
So he ain't got no business really out there doing that.
He can make threes.
He ain't got no business out there doing that. Not if he got Clay or Steph on his team. Yes or no?
Yeah. That's
Hold on. Who he play for?
The Nuggets.
So that's Jamal Murray.
He's not even playing right now.
But I'm saying, if he was playing, Bobo ain't got no business shooting that shot.
I'm glad you brought up the Nuggets. Because who is stopping Joker?
In the older era?
Yeah.
He wouldn't fit. And I'm going to tell you why. No, he can play big. He would do better than Joel Embiid to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Joel Embiid would get baskets, but he would not be,
as dominant.
No way.
I don't know.
The Joker would
the
Joker would do well. You want to know why the Joker would do well?
Because he could do a lot of things good.
And he shoots a higher percentage from three when he shoots that, but he also knows what to do in the post.
His IQ is crazy.
There you go. He couldn't do nothing with Akeem Olajuwon. He couldn't out-rebound him. He couldn't out-play him. Nope. He couldn't do that with Patrick Ewing. He could probably beat the Bulls centers. He'll probably get baskets on the Bulls centers from the prime Bulls. He'll do that. But with y'all, back to the point about LeBron and competition, Steph Curry is something we ain't never seen before.
Thanks.
LeBron is something that we've never seen before.
I agree.
But what you all are not factoring in, that a lot of people don't, is what did defense look like and when Michael played?
I actually did factor that in. Like, it was more gritty and you could do certain stuff that you can't do now. But it just depends on which rule sets are we playing in era. Because that's a whole different
thing. Because LeBron got to play both sets.
No, he didn't. He did not get to play with a hand check.
Growing up in high school?
He didn't get to play with hand checks. Hand checks in the league.
Not in the league. Probably not in the league, though.
Hand checking was legal. It's illegal when LeBron got into the league. So, however you want to slice it, if you say, yeah, you can play with hand checks, that makes it a very aggressive defensive game. Low scoring, because if I can keep my hand on you, I can make it hard for you to shoot and do what you want to do, right? So now, I'm not saying LeBron would not score. Yes, he would get a basket. He's too good of a basketball player for a hand check to stop him, but it would limit his game. Michael Jordan was able to average over 30 points a game with a hand on him.
But my question is, how does that limit his game and his bread and butter is a physical to the cup?
Okay, so right now I can't put my hands on him. So that means I have to do everything with my footwork to stay in front of a 6'9", quick, fast, gigantic man. Or in Steph Curry's case, all I can do is put my hands out to stay in front of somebody that fast, that quick with the basketball. you kind of doomed before you get started.
That lethal off a shot.
Right. Like even with Dame, you kind of doomed before you get started. Being able to put my hand on you allows me to be closer, making your shot
harder to get off. Yeah.
Man, because I got a hand on you.
But I see it from that perspective. But you're talking about LeBron James.
I believe if Michael Jordan could do it, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, like all good shooters gonna be able to do it still.
Shooters gonna be able to shoot. You're absolutely right back then. The problem is if hand checking is allowed, you cannot shoot like that. No. Dame. I'm talking about Dame.
He's equating the hand check rule to lower scoring a lot. Like,
it's gonna slow the game down. How much shooting you gonna do if I'm your height and my hand on your hip?
It's gonna be more dribbling than shooting being done. You gonna try to get him.
It's gonna be hard to dribble because you can't tackle him.
But that's why the hesitation was created.
Hesitation came because a no hand check.
Yeah, really.
Well, if I got a hand check on you, you can't really hesitate me. Because I'm sitting there with you. My hand is on your hip. Wherever your hip going, that's where you going.
Back then, there was a lot of entries in the back to the basket because of the hand checking rule. Like, imagine getting how is he gonna face up and get the ball if he got his hand on you? You feel me? So it's a different game. And
it made it a post game.
Yeah.
Because if my hand on your hip, I had to turn my back till you get the ball, and then I face up and get squared up, and then they still come in to try to get their hand, and now you can power dribble around and use your body. Right,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it limits long shots because
LeBron is still strong, and to bring up that LeBron and MJ, then
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But if you take away hand checks, let's say they playing Michael and LeBron, you take away hand checks. Now you telling Michael a motherfucker can't put their hands on him. He scored over 30 points a game with somebody's hands on him.
You're not taking into account Michael Jordan's defense. Like, he's not going to be able to physically stop LeBron.
Michael Jordan, one of the biggest misconceptions about Michael Jordan was he was faster than he looked. He's extremely quick. He averaged 2 steals a game, almost 3 steals a game throughout his career. That's a lot for a guard.
Are we saying one-on-one right now?
No, I'm talking even in a team setting. If you can't, he can't touch LeBron. LeBron is used to that. That means LeBron is settled for jump shots. Michael was a great on-ball defender. He made all defensive teams. You can't act like he didn't play defense, right? He did. We know he did.
Okay.
We know he did. And I'm not saying it's Mike versus LeBron. I'm talking about a LeBron team and Michael team. I'm talking about who's the greatest of all time. I think LeBron is absolutely amazing. I think he's an amazing basketball player. I think it's unfair to compare them. However, my vote will go for Michael Jordan, and I've watched them both. And the reason why I would pick Michael is because Michael did what he did every night. Do you know how difficult it is to average 30 points a game, and in 82 games, you scoring at least 30 points over a season? You averaging 32? I mean, every time he came to work, he delivered for the fans. LeBron don't always, he don't deliver every night. Every night Michael came, he hooped. He was going to torch somebody.
He averaged that. We all know it's an 82-game season, and it's going to break it down.
He played all 82 games, too.
Oh, this is my thing, though, right? Because everybody always say it's a LeBron-MJ debate, but when are people going to start factoring in Kevin Durant? Because I think he's the greatest of all time.
I think Kevin Durant will be dominant in both eras.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to say, before, Oklahoma City Thunder, back when they had Russ Westbrook, James Harden, and Kevin Durant was my favorite player, and I was saying he was the greatest of all time off the strength that he was the most different player I've ever seen at that time. And I tried to replicate my game like that in the sort he tall and he could dribble and he could shoot and he could do it all. He dunking and it's just crazy because I'm tall too. It's just I've never seen something like that. That's what really made me like basketball. But as of recently, he been getting rings that's really fluky. You got a bomb squad, bro. And I'm a big fan of bro, so I don't even care. You got a bomb squad though, so I can't really say you the greatest of all time.
And you got guarantee though he gonna win with Brooklyn. Everything ain't finna be sweet.
That's facts.
Better. You still gotta play the 7-game series. Just like right now, LeBron. Tonight we filming, but LeBron gotta play tonight. But ain't no guarantee that they gonna beat. One ankle sprain, one tweak, and it's over.
When LeBron said No, that's so they playing for the plan. Golden State and LA is playing for the plan tonight. I got LA. I got some money on LA tonight. Yeah. So, but that's off the topic. I was saying Kevin Durant, man. I don't know. It's like
7 foot. He got handles, and he can shoot a high percentage from the field, and he can score. He got a extreme package. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Inside and outside. He would be fine in both areas. Hand check or not, he too big. It's different. Nothing you can really do. Nothing you really can do about that.
He gonna kill in the post entry. It's actually gonna make it worse because if he getting post entry,
because he can shoot, he can play with the back. He ain't as strong as he needs to be.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? He can negate that because he can shoot, he can dribble. So I think Kevin Durant is. I don't want to say he's the greatest of all time, but
if he get like a solid ring before it's all said and done, I will vouch that he is the greatest of all time. And what I mean by a solid ring is like. Now he got to get out of Brooklyn or somebody got to go because that's off the jump. James Harden, Kevin Durant.
You're not going to base it off his performance in the finals?
Bro, he's already – so I'm taking myself out the factor. They're already saying he's one of the greatest of all time, which he is. Like, we can say that. But I'm saying, like, the greatest of all time, he can't achieve that title until he, like, shows he could do it. If it was just him and Kyrie, it would have been smooth, bro. But it's just messed up now, bro. That's all I can say.
I mean, they looking at it as they're just collecting rings. Everybody want to be Thanos out here. Everybody trying to be Thanos. So it's cool like that. But I just want to point something out about Michael. Michael, when he won his rings, he went through Magic.
That was in the West, or that was in the finals.
I'm finna name Hall of Fame. Magic, James Worthy, Karl Malone, Stockton, Elijah Wan, Charles Barkley. These all Hall of Famers I'm naming. I ain't through.
That's crazy that he did it in 6 too.
Reggie Miller.
Never went to a
Patrick
7-game
Ewing.
series.
Who else? It was,
that fact is crazy. Never went to a 7-game
Never
series.
went to a 7-game. I mean, you gotta understand how dominant dude was.
Look about Isaiah.
Isaiah, yeah, he got through Isaiah. Larry Bird. Larry Bird as a coach.
Wait, so he got through Larry in the finals? Or
no, in the playoffs. He was naming Hall of Fame was the man beat to get where he was going. And this some that I'm missing. Like, he stopped a lot of people from getting rings, man.
When it's all said and done,
Lonzo Mourning.
We're going to be able to say the same thing for LeBron when it's all said and
done.
But
all of these ain't going to make Hall of Fame, though. I can tell you who's going to make Hall of Fame out of this generation. KD.
Facts.
Steph will make Hall of Fame.
Kyrie.
Possibly he get to win a ring. He get to win another ring. Who? Harden.
I got James Harden.
Harden will make it.
Yeah,
Russell Westbrook will make the Hall.
That's my favorite player.
Yeah.
Today.
Once you get out of that group right there, now it's all kind of like toss ups. You know what I'm saying? Who in Boston?
We missing out some.
Who in Boston? Who in Miami?
Jason
Tatum. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I was gonna say that.
Maybe it's too early to tell. Who in Miami? It's too early, too early to say. Jimmy.
We could say Jimmy.
I don't know. Jimmy need to win a ring to be in the Hall. He need to win. He tough as nails.
Are we doing that though? Because Charles
Jokic is gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Wait, I'm just saying.
But is he gonna win
Jamal
a ring?
Murray.
But is he gonna win a ring though?
But look, they got people in the Hall of Fame that ain't never won a ring, so we ain't gotta do that.
Who? Most of my champions in there.
Charles Barkley is in there, and he has never won a ring.
It ain't a lot of them.
But it ain't a lot of Charles Barkley's.
It's not a lot of people who haven't won a ring that's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like Stockton, Malone, those all people that came up in Jordan era that he stopped. Reggie Miller,
so they didn't get
all of them. Michael stopped. Michael stopped them. That's all when Michael played. These folks wasn't able to get rings.
We forgot to say Kawhi in that Hall of Fame.
In the group that LeBron got them.
And
Kawhi.
He could succeed in both eras too.
Yeah, he could because he's gonna play tough defense. And
and if he hand checking,
Chris Paul could do well back then. Chris Paul, he was a good guy.
I want to talk about Chris Paul a little bit.
What do you want to talk about Chris Paul? What's Chris Paul?
My fault. That's your podcast.
No, we'll talk about Chris Paul.
I want to ask you. Like, people are saying that he should be MVP. I think that's just straight cap though. I don't know. I want to hear your take on it though. Like, I don't never realize his impact on the game. Like, he really brought the Suns out.
Chris Paul is truly one of the greatest point guards to ever play in the NBA. That's a fact. He is that good.
He's not better than
Should he be an MVP?
Not this year. Not over Steph.
I'm not necessarily.
I'm taking Dame. Dame is MVP this year.
You like Dame for MVP? I like Steph, man. Steph got them jokers.
If he wins tonight,
they wasn't supposed to make it to the playoffs. He got to make it to.
That's strong. That's a real strong argument.
And he was killing doing it. See, this is what makes you an MVP. Going to work, doing what they expect you to do, and more. Back to back to back to back. You got coaches ain't walking into the game saying, "Hey man, we ain't got no plan for Steph." They actually staying up at night drawing up plans for Steph,
bro.
And you still can't stop him.
His on defense, the margin of error while guarding him is so small, bro. If he come off one screen, one step over, if there's a collision,
you gotta respect his drive. It don't matter what he do.
It's strong,
I've seen him
this shows to go. Like, bro, been perfecting his craft for so long, and it's like I really get chills thinking about what they're gonna be next year with Clay, because they got pieces, like solid pieces still, and they just gonna surround them. James Wiseman is a new one.
If he come along,
yeah.
If he come along and make a big jump between this year and next, they're gonna be fine.
Weight room.
They're gonna be fine. No, he don't need that. He need IQ and how to play with those shooters.
Yeah.
How to play with those shooters. Because when you're playing with shooters like that, you don't know. I mean, it's difficult. The basketball is basketball, but it ain't the same when you got a guard that shoot almost 50% from three, and you got two guards that shooting over 40% from three. Okay. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough because you're not gonna get touches, and they're not looking for you to score. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a job at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a different. That's a different brand. Wiseman would be playing different on the Bulls. He would be featured more. Yeah, he ain't featured at all.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Him and Dennis Rodman would be murking.
Yeah, so that's a different thing. So, with all of that being said about basketball, what's y'all thoughts on J. Cole's new album coming in hot?
I think it was Cole. If we being 100, I listen to Cole because he always, like I said, been an anomaly. And the thing about him, like, there was a period when, like, the SoundCloud era, like 2016, 2017, they tried to bash him, they tried to push a bash on his name, like, for the youth. Like, and everybody was like, FJ Cole, who off the band, like, it was a real thing on IG. They was trending it. And it's like, when somebody go to that lengths to try to, like, trash your music for a whole nother generation coming up, because I listened to Born Center before I was really even on the net, like, and you still dropping real hits, that's tough. That's tough, because it just shows it's the art. You above that. Like, all the games, all the antics, it's the art.
I don't like the fact that people calling it a classic right now. I think because, in my opinion, music has been oversaturated with mediocre rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's as cold as it used to be. And it ain't even about used to be. Just like the stuff they putting out right now, man, ain't no good content. However, so he dropped something that was hot and different, and everybody messing with it. I don't like calling it a classic this early. It may be, but I don't like calling it a classic this early.
I ain't even gonna sit here and cap. Like, I sat here and fully listened to it, but I mean, I appreciate J. Cole's music. Like, I've been listening to the dude for a minute, so I hope it's some. Like, I heard a couple of tracks like him playing it, but I ain't sat there and listened to it.
I do not listen to really a lot more artists than myself or like my team. So it's for me to step out of that zone for a second. It's really only a few artists that get me to do that, and it was good.
As you develop your sound as an artist, and this applies to life as well. The older you get, you're supposed to be changing, right? Your taste, what you like, what you see, what you do should be changing. How you move, everything should be changing. Your friends, your circles should be changing. If it ain't, then that means you stagnant. Your music stagnant, your artistry stagnant, your relationships with people stagnant, your social status, who you are, stagnant. Because you haven't met nobody, you haven't went out, you haven't made yourself better, you haven't done anything to grow yourself, what have you read? All of this shit I'm talking about is important, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you start doing Forex, it's important to see that through. Why? Because that's supposed to grow you. It's going to open you up into some new people. Some people don't like that. But if that's what you into, you want to do it, okay, cool. That should open you up into some new circles. If you're doing artistry, your team is cool, but you should be reaching out to producers, and you should be reaching out to rap writers. You should be developing your sound, changing your delivery, seeing how you can tweak how you sound. Because let me give you the fundamentals of like music, and I don't know if you notice this or not, but this is very true, especially for rap. You have to have a fan base with a female demographic in it that likes your music and that run with your music. And you say, well, what that matter? You know, it's cool to have dudes that like your music. That's awesome. But you want women to like your music. And the reason why you want women to like your music is because they buy music. They go to concerts. And guess who they take to concerts with them? They men. Baby, I want to go see C4Y in concert. He in town. I want to go see. Then the dude go see. Who is C4? Then they buy your music because they old lady buy their music. That's how that works. So whatever you doing in your artistry, if women, you ain't got nothing in that form, that's a losing formula. It's a losing. It's not going to be winnable.
It's too bad. I do have things for them.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like you gotta know that's the formula to getting paper, to getting placed in shows. Like you rapping the dudes ain't never gonna get it.
Demographics are weird because it's a lot more than just female or male. It's about age. It's about region. It's about a lot. And when we talk about statistics, because that's not nothing I really shy away from. Because a little earlier in the game, I've been doing music for I say roughly 5 years. What I've learned is to be successful as an indie artist with no help, you do have to kind of, in a sense, be extremely business for it. It requires a lot of focus. It requires a lot of studying and devotion because the thing about being an artist, it don't pay. But if you smart, you can generate other things to pay you because being an artist is in itself a business. It's, you know, when you looking at stats and numbers and all this, like, if you talking about just females, like having music for females, I just, you know, it's not like that no more. Because let's put it like
so
this.
So females don't buy records?
No, they do.
They don't go to shows?
They do, but we talking about streams, man. And shows is different.
Streams don't make you rich.
Streams build you connections.
Streams
bring
at the end of the day, what you do it for?
I do it for the art. But at the same time, I'm going to get the money.
No. What do you do it for?
The art.
Okay.
Every
you don't
time.
need no money.
You can't sit here and act like this and say that somebody can't do it for the art.
A rapper can work at the U.S. Post Office and rap at home for his own enjoyment, for the love of the art. And it's a lot of people who do that. So what I'm trying to get you to realize is, what are you doing it for? You are a what?
Artist.
Okay. Artists need to get what?
Art. I don't know what
No. What do artists do?
Say money. Like,
man, what are you doing this for? Don't tell me
artists need to get money. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, though.
Y'all paint to sell what?
Paints. But at the same time.
No. It ain't no but to that.
No, there is.
That's how you live. That's how you eat. You can't do it for free.
Yeah.
You can rap for free? No.
This is the thing, right? You try to make life like it's a dichotomy, like it's one side to this or it's one side to this. Life is more complex than me being an artist to sell art. I love art. I didn't get paid off of it for the first 3 years. As a matter of fact, I only built fans. I built out connections, and I continued to develop my sound. I didn't catch a dime from this. As a matter of fact, I got more emotional trauma from doing this instead of money. So you can't say somebody doing art to get I can't do art for the love of art.
I just want to sell yourself short if you.
Man, I'm getting paid for it now because I deserve that. I deserve to pay.
Listen, it's mindset. It's conditioning your mind to understand why you do something. I ain't never say you can't love this. You can love it. But if this is what you want to do as a career, not a hobby, your mindset is I have to be compensated at this level. I need to make money doing this. I need to make money making my art. Right?
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? There's no but behind that. Because you're supposed to be sold out to doing this forever. This is what I have to do. There is no but. I have to make money doing it. And if making money is what you have to do for your artistry because you're committed to that, you have to be willing to, one, change, develop yourself, grow, separate yourself, all for the sake of the art. Now, if that's something you can see, this is what people get confused about. If you're doing this because we homies, we boys, and we love this, how we have a great time, this game ain't for you. Because what I do know about the music business is friends gonna fall off. You're gonna get a whole bunch of them. They're gonna come and go. But your commitment to your artistry is to take care of yourself, if that's what you really want to do. Now, if it's a hobby and you just love it, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just giving it to you like that. You can do whatever you want to do.
My commitment to my artistry is developing my sound to a masterful point. That I'm trying to master a craft. That's what I'm
now, we all realize, and you can help me with this one, if basketball is your artistry, do you need help to develop yourself?
Yes.
Do you have to hire people to take your development to the next level? Yes or no?
I don't know.
You can do it on your own? You do. Now you hoop. I don't hoop. Can you do it all on your own?
Look like Jordan did it on his own.
Ain't no way. He had a trainer.
Yeah, like a
Can
trainer.
you do it? Yes, sir.
At what level? When he got to the
league? No. He had a trainer in college too. You develop. That comes, fam. I don't know what y'all think Michael Jordan
that's his most important skill base was
development
in his backyard with his brother.
Yes.
With his brother.
Yes,
and then he in high school do high school games. And then college, he was developing more trainers. Ain't no. And then people was working with Mike in Mike. He got cut his freshman year in high school. He went to the grind with his brother. Came back, got taller. That always helps. Height helps. And they let him play. But he was determined. He was focused. His grind changed, and he made the team. Then people started helping him. Then he got to North Carolina, and they have a whole university of help for him. Then he gets to the league, and guess what they got there? Everything for him, but he had to invest in himself and his trainer.
But I'm saying by the time they had everything for him,
he was already
He didn't have a gym shoe line when he got with Tim Grover.
They just giving him money at that point.
Oh, I thought we was talking about his craft. If we talking about business opportunities,
no. I'm talking Tim Grover is his trainer. In your world, that would be his producer. He didn't have Nike then. He was in the gym working. Nike was finna get rid of Mike when he broke his ankle. He got in the gym and worked. And then when he came back, do you follow what I'm saying? He never did it by himself. He had to work. His mindset, he had to get in there with the trainer, lift weights, run, get stronger again. He still wasn't good enough, get knocked down by the Pistons, get stronger again, come back again. He didn't do that alone. That was his willpower. His mindset was his alone, but the work came with help. So, can you develop your game to the next level by yourself?
Not by yourself.
Not by yourself. And when you get to that next level, is it another level to get to? In hooping. When you get your handles together, and you got your handles together, is there something else you can work on, right?
Yeah.
That you need to develop to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Then now you got your shooting developed. Now you're shooting 37% three-pointers. Your free throws is up.
All of this, you
got it. It's levels to it, right?
It's chasing greatness. Like, that's what it...
Thank you. You cannot do that alone. That's my point. Listen, you cannot do that alone.
Your mindset is yours. I can do it alone, though.
No. But my point is, who have you sought out to get to the next level of greatness with? And it ain't inside your camp.
No, but I've done the networking and done the reaching. That's the thing. I always reach outside of my camp. It's just these are my core members. It's built of producers in a sound. We generate new sounds, we evolve new sounds, but I step out.
Yeah, they do that as a team.
Like,
that's what I saw.
Right. You step on a team thing, but I step outside of my team to make connections as well.
Michael Jordan on the Bulls. He go work with Tim Grover to make himself better, and then he come back to the Bulls. My question to you is, you as an artist, who did you step out with?
Amiri
to get better.
Amiri and High Hearts, because these are my new producers.
Okay. So
that's a whole tape that's coming, like with that whole producers.
Okay,
it's a different situation.
Right, but I understand what I'm saying. So you haven't gotten there yet. You just started this.
No, we done.
No, it's done. It's
then it's already locked in as well. Like these are, I could hit them up right now and be like, man, I need a pack today. I can get the pack today.
Right. So who's producing the records? Those are people sending you beats. Who producing you?
Who's producing me?
Producing.
Jamie. We could say Jamie. He works at Go. Well, not
he's an engineer, right?
He engineers at Go House. He's engineered Hellcats and Track Hawks by Lil Durk. A few records for some big people out here.
Okay. Engineering and producing.
No, but I'm saying producing my records. Yes, I mean in there.
Right.
Like helping me out, because
when you say producing, you mean like mixing and mastering?
No.
He talking about how to deliver the lines. Hey,
tell him what to say.
Producers, they usually in normal scenarios they give you the music and they'll talk about concept with you, and then you all agree on a concept, and then you'll write. And then when you write, you come back with a hook. Y'all be like, yeah, that hook, tweak this, tweak. Y'all just talking that. But when you go in there, let's say you got the hook done, the hook finished, you go into there, you say, hey, look, I want to, now I'm about to cut my verses. I wrote out my verses. When the producer hears your verses, if it's not complimentary to the record, that person says that, man, I'm going to need you to rewrite that. That ain't going to work right there because we're talking about this. We want to keep it. They're able to do those things to bring out more of what it's kind of like they the supervisor of the record. They don't own it. They just there to make sure the best. They're there for quality control, right? They want to make sure the best version of this record come out.
Right. And that's not. There's nothing wrong with that. In the right situation, that works. But as an artist who's dealt with a producing situation, when you try to, this is the only bad encounter I've had with that, right? When you try to stay narrow on a theme, and let's say that said artist isn't necessarily feeling that theme, or let's say I have a different theme in mind, it takes the authenticity out of it. When you take the authenticity out of art, it loses value and quality. So, but this is the funny thing about music, right? Because we have digital softwares and everything, it still can sound good, but it is not what it could be. I've told stories on beats that I freestyle that it's themed in one direction, and it's probably some of my top music.
So where's your checks and balances? So who's there to say, hey man, that's trash, bro?
So I'm pretty sure everybody got artist ears, or like ears that you send out to not people from your camp, not people who sometimes even listen to your type of music or sound. I like to generate that. I like to see if they can just get a bass vibe to that. Like if you don't listen to what I listen to, because I know my type of music and genre that I like to stick in, and I know the genre of music that I make. So I'm gonna send it out to people for test samples, but also at the same time, you allow too many opinions on your art, and once again, it start losing value.
I disagree with that. You need the opinions so that you know if you're on the right track or not. Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why you're doing this.
It's you saying this, and these be the decisions I be making every day. Because it's like I could tell where I get this thinking from. Because it's like sometimes there'd be a situation where I feel like I need more opinions to know what to do. But then there's another side that says, why am I listening to opinions to figure out what to do?
I think you got the timing of that thought process a little fucked up. Right now, while you developing yourself, I want all the opinions I can so I can find my sound. When I find my sound and I got a hit record that move, and everybody like, oh my God, then you can start like, okay, I know what lane I need to be in. I know what my success is. If you ain't made that yet to where you broke through on radio or you went viral or something, you still looking for that. And I would never take the mindset of, well, I'm listening to other people's opinions.
No, I'm listening. I'm telling you, I don't feel settled at all. I don't feel like I have a...
I don't think you are settled. My opinion always is going to be the same, which is, how I feel like your biggest hang up is. I think you need to,
edit my content and how I deliver the songs.
Yeah, content control and finding somebody that can help you find your sound. I mean, your sound, not the beat, not the production. Your sound, your vocals coming across, cutting through a very specific way. And it ain't easy to find somebody to do that. It's actually difficult because you'll go through 7-8 producers and 5-6 engineers trying to find the right sound. So it's a process to it. Where you at with your Forex?
It's moving along.
You still taking the classes?
It's not really a class. It's just live trading. Yeah.
Live trading, whatever.
It's going good. I mean,
you in a group?
Yeah.
It's a little, because I know they do groups.
It's too much, actually. It's like a big group chat that had to get muted. 1,000 people or something like that. It's capped, but.
Don't they got like a little group, a smaller group of homies or something?
Yeah, I got my mentor. I got my mentor that I talked to.
Yeah.
I went to school with her up north. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she mentoring you in it?
Yeah, her name Alina. Shout out her, man. She cool. She mentoring me. She getting me on path, on track to the right path. I feel like that's gonna actually be something like making money, passive income. That's a big thing for me. So, that's just really lit. That's all I can say about it.
How long before you think you'll be proficient in it?
What do you mean by proficient? It's just like,
it's gonna take. Before you be like, man, I got the hang of this.
Sure, I say
take a minute though.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 6 months. I actually just dedicated learning it because you actually have to learn how to read the data to call the trades and see like, man, all right, I'm finna go put 50 in here because the currency be changing and stuff. I don't have the best grasp on it right now, but
you learning it now. I just asked you about it. You coming along? You still interested in it?
Yeah,
it's what you want to do.
For sure.
I mean, I don't have a problem with nobody trying nothing. Y'all don't have no kids. This is the time for you to try and experiment and figure out what you want to do. However, everything has an expiration date. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be cautious and mindful of that, number one. Number two, don't let it be capped, right? You know what I'm saying? Hard work and dedication, it shows itself. It's not something that people can miss. Some people love to say, oh, you ain't seen me do this, and you ain't seen me do that. Okay, that's cool, but it's hard work in any craft that you in, you'll get to see that, right? Like, whether it be reflected in studio time, or you sitting up on the computer with Forex, or whether it be, whatever way, it's visible to the people that's not doing what you got to do. I would say, if you think you're working hard, work harder. If you think you're going hard for something, go harder. You know what I'm saying? Push yourself even more. Don't get discouraged, but, keep an open mind. Be comfortable hearing criticism. One of the worst things in the music business that I'm okay with it. I became okay with it very quickly. Is everybody ain't fucking with what you sound like, what you doing, or the song that you just made. Everything ain't a hit record. You're going to make misses. You're going to make bad decisions. This may not work. It may work. You know what I'm saying? I learned that. Like, I send a pack of beats over to somebody that's buying them for $1,000 a track. Man, I done had them situations. I don't like this one. Ugh. Man, you know what I'm saying? That's tough because you want them to like everything, but here's reality. They ain't. You know what I'm saying? Music is objective, so, just be aware. And when people give you advice that's in positions the way you want to go, I would suggest that you take it. I would suggest that you take it, or at least heed it, because not listening could cost you a year or two of time wasted. And you get to a point where time ain't on your side. And same way with Forex. And, do whatever you're going to do. Learn it. Learn as much as you can about it. Make money. Figure out how to make money. If it start costing more than what it's worth, find the door. Because, it's other things to do. It's other things to invest in. It's other things to be a part of. You got a mentor. Hopefully that work out. I hope it do. I'm not a Forex guy, but I hope you become one, because some of them cats make money. They do okay, and I hope you able to do that, and I hope so. Hope you're successful with your artistry. I just, Because I come from the music game, I just cringe at some of the decisions that you make, how rigid you are on certain things. I just think that, being rigid or concrete on thought processes or how you feel, like, I had to learn that I couldn't even have my feelings involved in music that I made. You can't even be emotionally attached, because that's how you get your feelings hurt because somebody didn't like it.
When you make music?
Yes. I'm making music and I'm submitting it to artists, hoping that he like it and put it on his album.
As a producer.
Yes, and some niggas will sit there back and say that's trash, and you done worked hard on this record.
I know what you mean by that. I was just saying it's different from a rapper's perspective. I was thinking.
But that's tough, and if you're emotionally attached to what you just did, you're gonna feel away.
Think about me. I'm at a point where I'm making a lot of records, and I do kind of understand. Let's say, I feel like you said you learned to take the emotions out of your records, but still at the end of the day, you have probably maybe your 1 or 2 track you worked really hard on after that thought process that you feel me. You like, man, this one of them ones. Like, just that joint, like,
and I feel like you have to, as like a rapper, like you have to put emotions in your songs.
Well, no, that part, that's the delivery. You're right, absolutely right. You got to put your heart to what you're doing.
But it's like when I'm finished with the song, it's like, okay, this is a good song.
Right, he deliver it, and the song is done. He let somebody hear that, man, this is motherfucking trash, Joe.
And then
that's tough.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel away because you was emotionally attached. You gotta give it your all, but you can't care.
And if they say it's trash, get back in there, read.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's the thing though. If somebody says trash, I'm already over the song.
I could do that, bro.
If the song
I'll be in there with you, like I never took the initiative to tell you some shit. I mean, some stuff like I wasn't rocking with. You put down some stuff that I wasn't feeling, bro. I could legit go in there and be like, man, you could redo that or say something else. You feel me? But I just want to let the artist create, because at the end of the day, like, I don't know.
But see, you may be hurting him because he may be unsure about that same line. And when you say something,
I feel like your whole camp might be doing that, bro. So you have to designate a person to do that, like, for real.
Back to what I said.
But no,
you gotta be produced.
Yeah,
that's that person's job. Like, you cannot marginalize the process. Let me tell you what I learned about the music business. Ain't no shortcut to making a hit record.
I feel like the producer had to be approved by him before he even go in there, you feel me? Because that's just a whole different thing.
He gonna hit that. So don't be surprised
if nobody want to go in. That's how this music works.
Right. If don't nobody want to go in, or what you want, or what you doing don't work.
Everybody in this industry not even aiming for the sound that he aiming for. The artist.
It's a trust. It's a trust relationship. You gotta trust your producer to get you to where you want to go.
And them first time sessions it's trust built off faith, like just hoping that it'll be a vibe. And it's not like hoping, like, oh my God, but like, you feel me? You're just genuinely hoping.
And you generally can't get a vibe off of one session.
Yeah.
You kind of got to take about a couple, 2 or 3 to kind of get comfortable. So.
But if you know it's your producer, it is gonna be that one session. It's gonna probably be that first one. It's gonna be that one.
You're gonna be able to tell. You're gonna be able to tell.
I just seen producers get comfortable with cats on the 3rd session, and then the heat start coming. Because now he get an idea of what it is and what it is you want and how you feel about stuff, so he know what to show you. So we gonna wrap it up. I ain't do no heavy talking today with him. We got to learn about basketball, music, artistry. I hope you all like this episode with my sons again. Supertransfer podcast signing off. Cam, say goodbye to everybody.
Follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
Bam from 80th.
Well, Bam from 80th?
Yeah, but it's BAMFRM 80TH.
Okay.
And alright, y'all can follow me on Instagram at NotC4Y. That's NOTC4Y.
Good promo.
And if you want to hear your music, where we gotta go?
Yeah,
y'all go. Y'all gonna see my music. Y'all follow me on Instagram. But at the same time, if y'all want to just go stream my music, look me up on anything. C4Y. Sound. Yeah, all of it. C4Y.
And if you learn how to make money in Forex, you'll get back to it.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be putting together a team in the next year. Actually, I could be putting together a team. It just depends. It really just depends. I don't know. I don't want to jump out and say stuff like that. But yeah, I could be putting together a team that wants to learn how to do Forex in the near future.
Yo,
he said he don't know about that.
I'll learn how to ski quick.
I'm gone, man. Y'all holler.
Yeah.
Podcast signing off. Bye.
Oh, my goodness. That episode just blessed me mightily. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. We got more episodes coming soon, but always remember, subscribe, like, and share on YouTube, Nutty Music TV. Y'all be blessed.